What's going on, guys? It is the Scope episode number. I don't even know, and you don't either. So here we are. Lots to talk about today, guys. I'm going to say it. It's not 2042, okay, but it's an okay game. All right. It's not quite good as 2042 was, but it's a pretty good game. What's up, guys? I'm Crash, joined by my co-hosts Blue and Buff. What's up, boys?
Howdy, howdy.
What's up, guys?
I think we can all agree 2042 was the superior Battlefield, I think. So that's where it goes without saying.
Game of the year.
Yeah.
I think that's the general sentiment around the community, that it's just, I mean, this one has one of those pesky scoreboards and like the mouse input works and stuff, like just annoying stuff like that. Battlefield 6, you know, it was.
I really I miss the McKay operated the post thing where they're just don't worry, rainbows are for everybody. I was really hoping to get some of that when I played, but
when I loaded it in, I didn't see any wingsuits coming in, or
Don't be
also
sad.
there's too much destruction.
I agree, dude. Way too much.
There's too many buildings blowing up.
I don't know what they were thinking.
Don't be sad.
I'm not seeing enough Rendezooks up in the air.
That's just how it works out sometimes.
No grappling hooks either. Just people flying around the map like that. Like that really just takes me out of the game.
I have seen some people fly around the map.
Battlefield,
it's crazy.
Battlefield 6 sounds pretty terrible when you really compare it to 2042. I mean,
yeah, I know.
I really miss the voice lines, man. Like
voice lines, yeah. What was the grenade where you throw the grenade and it shows everybody on the map through walls?
Little
that was
wall
my
hack
favorite,
action.
Dude. Yeah, that was a great idea, man. You bring that back.
Just take a look at the Steam charts, man. Steam charts are just it's tanking.
What
dude.
about
it's a subpar game? For sure.
The community is really speaking out.
Less than 300K. Just not dead game.
It's already dipped below 300K on Steam. Just dead game.
Dead on arrival for sure. I don't even think I doubt they'll break 100,000 sales of the game. Period.
Someone is tuning in for the first time is gonna believe every single one.
Yeah, they're like, these guys suck.
Those guys are idiots, man.
They're already gone. They left the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's not 2042, but it's okay. Yeah, man, it's pretty fun. I mean, the mouse input works and stuff. I was still bummed I couldn't just set out an auto turret and walk away and let it shoot at people. That's a bummer too, but I guess I'll get over it this time because everybody seems to want to play Battlefield. But anyway, cool, man. Yeah, that's I think what the show is going to be today. If you are new to the show, we're joking. Obviously, Battlefield 6 is awesome and it's really cool. And we're going to talk about it for probably the better part of the program today because we've all got some time to play with it. Got in on the early access open beta. Let me get the terminology correct. And I put a lot of time into it, man. I got up. We were talking about it before I was telling Buff. Some of you guys might have caught it. I got up at 2:30 a.m. I went to bed at 8.
That's crazy.
I got up at 2:30 to play it. I got all hyped up. I had stuff in the morning, family stuff. So I wasn't going to get to play until the afternoon. I'm like, nope. I told myself, sometimes it can literally be decades between good Battlefield releases. It might be a long time before this happens again.
Yeah, we could all be gray by the time we get another good Battlefield. So.
We're all probably going to be in retirement homes by the time that there's another Battlefield. So just another good Battlefield. So just know that. Yeah. That's why I was excited. It doesn't happen very often.
Doesn't.
But anyways, what have you guys been up to? You guys want to talk about what we've been up to a little bit, or do you just want to talk about Battlefield the whole time, immediately? What do you think?
I mean, I think we can all say what we've been up to at the same time.
1, 2, 3.
Battlefield.
All right, fine. Let's do this.
Oh, dude, you know what would be hilarious? Someone needs to animate us into the Battlefield background, just the three of us as animated talking heads, and the Battlefield background with a bunch of sniper glints all just looking at us from the mountains.
Sniper glints on the side of that Liberation Mountain or whatever it is called. I still don't have the names of the maps down. I can pick them out.
I know the countries that they take in. Funny enough, I know there's Cairo and Egypt. There's Tajikistan, and Gibraltar, but I don't know the actual name of the map themselves because I think it changes so much between game modes. That's why.
Gotcha.
Like, yeah, that's really it. But
I think so.
also,
I think we should. Let's do a starter question. Let's go around the table. Your favorite thing and your least favorite thing about the game.
Ooh.
Go blue on the spot.
Okay. Oh man, favorite thing would have to be. Oh man, there's so many good things. I can tell you my worst thing right now that I hate. To be fair,
I might know what it is.
yeah, those actually, you know what? It's a mix because it's like I don't know if I hate shotguns or snipers more. You know, because
Why not both?
why not? Why not?
What would
The little
McKay
girl,
say?
the
What
little
would
girl with the
McKay
tacos.
say?
Why not
Yeah.
both? It's because I've ran into so many issues. The shotgun just one taps me, but it's also like, yeah, because you were like within 5 to 10 meters of me, so
That's
like that
also
kind of makes sense.
that's like historically been a thing. I remember Bad Company 2, if you used slug rounds on the 870, you were just sniping people.
That's the
Like,
thing. I feel like they should switch rounds. You should have to choose between buckshot or slugs.
yeah.
I think that would help. Also, not having the assault be able to carry both a rifle and a shotgun. I think that needs to go away, in my opinion. But I also see the balance between it is that they take away ammo from your main assault rifle. So you
There you
know,
go.
there's a bit of a balance. But uh, favorite thing though, I mean, the fact that the game's kind of promoting teamwork right now. I don't know if it's just because of the challenges that everyone's just trying to get their revives, but I've been revived and given so much ammo in
Yeah.
all the years I've been playing Battlefield.
I
So
agree
I
with
don't know
that.
if the game's encouraging teamwork. I've had some moments, especially on Breakthrough. Breakthrough is like you can feel when like when I was playing with Fire earlier, the momentum shifting of like the team. Either when you get in with a great team, they're pushing hard and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I got a couple more issues, but I think those two, the teamwork, I'm glad it's back, and yeah, shotguns and snipers, that combo, just as a combo, needs to just get worked on.
Nice. All right, Buff. Favorite and least favorite.
Favorite would be, I think, so I played a little, now that we can say it, like I did play a little bit of labs one of the weekends, and then I only had a time to put in, I think I put in like 2.5 hours last night, so I haven't played nearly as much as you guys, I don't think, just because I've been busy. But I will say, with the amount of time I have put in, my favorite thing is that it does feel like a proper continuation of the Battlefield 3 and 4 timeline. The immersion's there. It feels like I would have what I wanted a Battlefield 5 if it were a modern, a continuation to 3 and 4, what I would have wanted. So this is kind of, it appears to be right now the Battlefield game I've been wanting since after 4. So I think that's good. It has like a little bit of the blue tint, all that stuff similar to Battlefield 3. So I think that's my favorite thing. Finally, it's a Battlefield that I've been wanting for. Battlefield 4 was, I got that on launch night November 2013. So it's been 12 years in a few months, right? So
yeah, long time, man.
So I've waited long enough for a good modern Battlefield game. So yeah, that's my
Correct.
favorite thing. My least favorite right now, and I haven't played with it enough to. And when the game comes out and you get the test range and stuff, I'm assuming they will have, like you have in Battlefield 4, to play with the vehicles and stuff. Right now, my least favorite thing is the helicopter controls. So obviously, I'll be playing whether it's on PC or not on controller, just because that's what I've always done. Always one of the best chopper pilots. So right now I didn't tweak. I haven't, because I'm in game, so I don't want to be messing with different controls and wasting the bird in the game as much. But I got some pilot time last night. And for whatever reason, I'm used to, if you guys are on controllers, if not, you'll still know what I'm talking about. If you ever try to fly the helicopter, like I've always historically used legacy controls. So like ascend, go up. Pitch up is like my R1. Descend is L1, and then my yaw and pitch would be my left and right sticks, and then fire and zoom in is R2 L2 whatever. So basically those are the control layouts that I've used. I think historically it's like Legacy in Battlefield 4. They're more advanced controls compared to the basics that they start you with in those games. But for whatever reason in Battlefield 6, they have it so those controls are right, but the pitch and yaw, which are the left and right sticks, also it's pitch and yaw and free look. So it on the controller, and again, I need to play with the different settings they have and maybe customize it, but they have it so it's just linked. Me moving the helicopter and trying to line up for gun runs and turn is also free looking. So it like makes it impossible to fly it correctly how I would. So it's something I got to work on. That's my least favorite thing right now because I love the helicopter. Regardless, I'll master it, but I got to play with the controller settings and figure out to get rid of that free look nonsense. That's my least favorite thing, which is something that can be fixed, so it's not a big deal.
Nice. Man. Yeah, it's tough to pick just one. So my favorite thing, I'm gonna get a little more granular because I agree it's so cool to have a modern Battlefield again and a game that feels like Battlefield, and like it's so awesome. I think I want to say the revive drag mechanic is probably my favorite thing that's added. That's really cool, man. You can pull off revives that you couldn't otherwise. Throw a smoke, drag someone to cover. It works good too. So I think that's pretty cool. My least favorite thing, I think it is the assault's ability to have the shotties on a sling. Because the shotties are strong up close, which is fine with me, but traditionally whenever you run a shotgun you have to play that way, and you give up long range. You have to stay in tight, you have to try to draw people to you, you have to stay in the middle of buildings and stuff, you can't take long range fights. But now you can swap to AR. If you're an assault player, you can have a one shot shotty up close and then a super strong AR to go with it. And it's annoying because it makes people use shotguns a lot more, and you just run into them all the time getting one shot in buildings
every single map
in these urban maps. And I feel like that is just standalone. You can have your opinion if that's annoying or not, but I think that having that ability is way stronger than the other classes' passive abilities. It just seems way stronger than the other abilities, because honestly, I don't know if I could name the other classes' abilities off the top of my head. Like engineer, instead of getting something crazy that can blow up a vehicle, you get like a nitro repair tool, like you can repair a tank really fast. Time.
So like the engineer, you can have either
you get tighter hip fire on your SMG too.
Yeah, but you also like get the because technically it's more like a gadget, because you cannot, or not a gadget, but it's just another weapon. Whereas like assault wise, you can either run the assault or the shotgun and then one grenade launcher, or you can run two grenade launchers and one thermobaric, one explosive, and then the rifle, which you get more ammo for the rifle. But like the engineer is like you'll get the RPG and like the weird motion detector mine as well too, that like shoots up like the rock, like almost like it looks like a javelin type of explosion. It's pretty dope. But you can switch between also having, it's crazy, having the stinger and the RPG.
Oh my god.
At the same time, but you lose ammo for both. So you lose like half of the rounds. But then you also realize how crappy the RPG is as well too. So a little bit of a tangent there. But
is that, and I don't know. I played a little bit of both last night, but is that the same with what you just said, Blue? Like the assault and engineering stuff. Is that the same with the class locked modes too? That's just straight abilities for those classes.
Yeah. So even in the class locked conquest playlist, you can still choose between having a shotgun or two grenade launchers or a stinger and an RPG. I haven't tried recon yet, and I've done a little bit of support in the beginning, but pretty much those are the way. And then of course in the class locked playlist, you're locked to those weapons. So
Right. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Hopefully, and I haven't played enough to notice these things yet, but hopefully, I think also when you have, I think the one thing though is the beta has like a restricted amount of weapons too. You know, you don't have everything, so I'm curious what it'll look like if they'll make some of those changes, and then what it'll look like with more weapons in the game. Because I think I would say my opinion would be assault. If you were to carry a shotgun, it should only be like a master key. You know, like a 2-shot master key would be the only thing for
I was
those
thinking, yeah, or something, yeah, like an
DQ.
actual breaching shotgun that you
Yeah,
sling around, and
right.
it's only, got
You get
four
two
shots
rounds.
max.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
only going to be effective if you're within like 2 to 3 feet of somebody.
yeah, right there.
That
Yeah.
that that would be cool. We'll see. Hopefully, I think that's a good thing though. The beta, open beta. This is this early. I don't even remember beta wise last time they had a beta. Period. 2042 aside, that was like October. That was like a few weeks before launch. But
Dude, we
I don't remember betas for 4 or for 5 and 1, and I don't even. I never took play. Wasn't one for 4 that I don't think either.
there
Or
was one
3.
for 5. It was on the
Okay.
like this one of the snow maps, I
Oh, there
remember.
was 5, yeah, and I hated it and didn't buy the game. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we should we should set the stage a little bit, man. It is actually kind of surreal that we're talking about a Battlefield beta and we're like nitpicking stuff for balancing things. Like how
I'd
crazy
rather
that
it
is.
be that nitpicking instead of an overall
The game's
like
playable and it
disappointment. Yeah.
Go
like
go
it's
back and
running
watch the
well.
scope from 3 months ago where we're all just like Battlefield is going to suck. Like we're
I
Yep.
want to
zero
see.
confidence.
I want to. If you can go back eventually and watch like a 2042
Right.
post launch podcast and see the sense how excited we were before we realized
Oh
how bad it
man.
was.
Yeah, right.
Dude, my chat someday it's too soon right now. Like it's too real.
It's
But
too soon.
go back to watch like my lead up to 2042 and how excited I was and everything. And then it came out. Then my videos after it launched, and I was like kind of trying to hold it together, but then like I just can't, man. I
Yeah.
couldn't play it. But it's just so cool that we have a beta. It works. They had some queue issues and stuff, but that's fine. That's probably so
I got
everyone
that
could get in
fixed
without bombing the
quick.
servers.
Yeah.
But like it's playable and it plays good and it like makes me excited for launch because launch it could run well. They had 350,000 players on Steam. That's not counting EA. That's not counting both consoles. And it ran and it's playable and it's got some bugs and some issues and some things need balance. But holy cow, if you look at the starting point from where we are now to the starting point of 2042, I'll tell you right now, they're probably not going to have to go remake all these maps. So that's we're ahead of the game there.
And the servers are working. The historically on Battlefield launches just huge performance issues. That doesn't seem to be the case here. So that's good. Yeah, and that's a good point, Crash. There's immersion on the maps. You don't have like you don't just weren't dropped into a place that looked like it was just like freshly had keepers just tidying up before a huge war took place. So
Yeah, dude. Like, holy cow. The maps in 2042 are so sterile
Zero
and
cover.
empty, man. Like
Zero
they're just
cover.
so empty. But
It was basically like playing on a football field with like maybe a couple things. It's just like, okay, guys, there's flat open area. Have fun. This is a good game.
yeah, pretty crazy. How much? Yeah, it's just it doesn't even look like it was made by the same studio because these maps are like all finished out and they look nice and like
Right? I don't understand. That's what
It's like you could have done this before. You say you had
yeah,
this
I don't
potential
understand.
all along. It
I'm
took
so
Vince and Pella
confused.
to come in and fix
I'm
it.
so confused. Especially I had people in my comments for some of my videos like saying something like, "Oh, that gun was in 2042 or something," and I'm just like, I don't count 2042 as like a
That was
canon
a
Battlefield game. I don't think
fever
like that was
nightmare
not.
dream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't believe. I don't think we can count 2042 as a canonized Battlefield game because especially
It's like that Battlefield arcade one, not the 1943, the Battlefield Heroes. I
oh
don't count that one as Battlefield.
exactly. But that's a good point.
The one player who still
The
enjoys
night
Battlefield
and
Heroes is mad at me now.
right, the night and day difference between the two games is insane. You can't even
Yeah.
compare them. which is wild.
The other thing that's kind of surreal, and I talked about this in my video a little bit, and really vindicating, it just feels awesome, is the fact that we have been wanting a game like this. And when no one makes one, I start
jeez.
to look in the mirror and be like, dude, am I just a
Getting old.
dying breed? Like nobody
Yeah.
wants a Battlefield anymore. Maybe it changed. Like the newer
I
generation don't want
dude,
this. And then like
I wasn't trying to feel that way, and then you started saying that more and more, and then I was like, maybe he's right. Maybe we're
it's like
just
I just
maybe we're just old now.
dude,
Like
I
maybe
just
no one
picture the
cares.
meme of Kermit looking out the rainy window, you know. It's like
Yeah.
maybe it's just never gonna happen again. But then to see them listen to all of like I'm not delusional, not us specifically, but us collectively as a Battlefield community, like
Actually,
so,
hey, you said it before the stream. No, he's listening to our podcast right now. Just saying.
yeah, maybe he might, maybe, but probably not. But David Serlin did like my tweet where I was talking shit on the EA executive, so that's pretty cool. So shout out to Dave, you know, like good work out there, bud.
Which is a valid
Hell,
tweet,
Davy
right?
boy.
That's a valid tweet because 2042, like, we even interviewed one of the developers, right? And saying like
Yeah.
it was the game was not meant to be that or some whatever it was, but EA execs were like Call of Duty, Fortnite, make that, and
Well,
like Dice is probably
the
like, what?
specialist thing works so good for Apex, and that carried
Yeah,
EA for a while. So like, we
yeah,
have to have specialists for skins, and
yeah.
like, yeah. So, but this one is like finally, I think it feels like we don't know for sure. I would love to know one day, but it feels like Vince Zampella just came in, brought over Byron, and they're just like, we're making a Battlefield, and we're gonna see what happens. And the EA execs were like, fine, like because
He just came
they
in,
lost
Probably
their,
kicked down
part of
the
the
door,
stipulation.
flipped the table, said, "We're
Yeah.
making Battlefield great again."
yeah. Well,
And EA's probably like, hey, like, are there going to be Teletubbies with enormous penises in the game? Because that's one of our stipulation. And Vince
And
Zampella
then
was like,
Vince slapped that executive
Yeah.
and said,
threw him
"You're
out
fired."
the window.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That man no longer works at EA.
It's the meme.
Yeah.
Well, Call of Duty has Beavis and Butthead. We should do that for Battlefield.
What? Out the window.
Out the window, dude. And then Spider-Man comes in, swoops in, saves him. He's across the street at a meeting for EA because he's getting modeled to be the next skin in COD. So Spider-Man's always around. Okay, you get one save, like he'll save
There you
you.
go.
So it's probably okay. No one got hurt in the making of this podcast. He's fine, guys. But yeah, I did a meme tweet of like a guy just like holding his head like he's got kind of surprised, and it says the EA execs when they finally let DICE make a real Battlefield, and like it went crazy. And David Serlin liked it, and I thought that was pretty hilarious. But yeah, it just feels like so like vindicating and like, okay, like we were right. Like you start to wonder, like when you preach about it and want it for like so long, and you say it on all the online forums you can that you want a good Battlefield again, and it's like, okay, maybe I'm the only one, or maybe I'm the minority, and then to see it happen and the reception
community's
be
reaction,
awesome
yeah,
is like,
yeah.
dude, all right, we told you. That's all I'm gonna say. Told you
But
so.
also, like, let's learn our lesson and not go back to whatever mindset was taking place going into 2042, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. We don't need to get into it today, but it's gonna be weird where they go from here. I hope this one gets supported for a long time, man. I hope we get a ton of maps, a ton of weapons. Like, just keep piling content into this game.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I hope for. Even if it won't happen, but like, even if I gotta pay for it, dude, like, bring me some more guns and maps and like.
Well, I mean, and we've been saying that on the show for months now, if not longer. Is like, if they make the Battlefield we wanted, we were all just like, I would rather see a premium come back and pay for it, knowing I'm going to get the content versus their free to play nonsense that they've been doing with 5 and 2042. So, and I still feel that way. I think this is, like I said with my pros, this feels like the proper 3-4 sequel. And if I think everything we know about it, map wise, and we've heard the weapons, everything like that, it's looking plain. Like, I would totally pay for premium, knowing I'm going to get X, Y, and Z from that payment instead of the free to play model.
Yeah,
where you don't know, especially with EA.
Yep. So I don't know, man. It's just really cool to see. I don't know how to structure our conversation today because I want to talk. I just want to talk about it. I
You
don't know if
want
we
to talk
talk
about
about
everything? Yeah.
like good stuff or bad stuff. I kind of have a list of things that I wanted to go over. But the main preface I wanted to say is like credit where credit's due. A lot of the stuff we're going to talk about today is like where we would like to see improvements,
Mhm.
but like it's in a good spot. And like it's so far
Overall,
ahead of the
yeah.
base we had to build on with 2042. I mean, even with like Battlefield 4 and 5, 5 not as much, but like Battlefield 4 was notoriously broken for like months after launch. And it
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
almost unplayable for a
it was Rubber
while.
Band City. I got it when I got it launch night with the PS4, and I remember it was like a good month or two. It was just rubber banding for everybody. And I was just like, I'm going to play it regardless because I loved the game so much. But yeah, performance was terrible. So I think that's one thing is huge, right? The EA and Dice, well, Dice nailed this. This is what we wanted. And yeah, I think anything from here
And I will
is just
say
gonna
I don't know if we want to get into this conversation right now. I was going to people keep comparing to COD and how it changes COD and stuff, but Mike Ybarra, who was formerly the president at Blizzard, he made kind of a wild tweet. He said Battlefield will boot stop COD this year, but the real win here is that COD won't be lazy anymore and we'll have to get better. We'll get better FPS games for it. So
Good
Mike
one.
Ybarra, who is formerly the head at Blizzard,
Mhm.
is saying that COD is going to have to step it up. And that I mean that's the best case scenario. We get a good Battlefield, Black Ops 7 doesn't meet expectations. And then COD's like, "Oh man, maybe this stuff works," and they make another 2019.
Right. You get a killer Modern Warfare. Yeah, competition breeds success for sure from
True.
everybody. So
True.
you look at,
Dude.
and I've used the comparison before, like WWF versus WCW in the mid like 96 to 99, 98, whatever, was just like the products both benefited from having that level of competition. So that goes with everything. When you only have one King of the Hill and there's no competition, Call of Duty gets lazy, and I think that's what we've seen the past couple of years. So
Yeah, it would just I like that analogy. It'd be really cool to be like maybe the next craze, like if this pops off like it is, like the next craze is modern gritty military shooters. Like
yeah,
that's the next like
which I
catches
think
on.
we're gonna get this with Battlefield 6, and then the rumored next year COD is Modern Warfare 4. So us modern shooters fans are going to be eating well the next year or two. So
Yeah, maybe they'll start to figure it out.
yep.
Um so yeah, I just thought that was really crazy that like he had said that. It was kind of wild. What are what's your guys's have you got a favorite gun so far? I wanted to talk about that before we got too crazy. Favorite
For
I
me, I'd say
thought it
the
was the
Saw.
M4. Yeah, I thought it was the M4, but I'm actually really loving. I just unlocked. I just got rank 15, so I got the other carbine, the last carbine you unlock.
Oh,
And
the 205.
no, it's 760 by 51. It's an M417
Oh yeah, the
carbine.
A2,
Yeah.
the 417 A2 assaulter. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That
Uh-huh.
thing's
I
probably a beast. Yeah, I used it in the
dude, I
beta that
just
lab.
by like the default loadout and with just
Yeah,
the EOTech, and I was ripping through people, and it was
yeah,
only a 20
dude.
round magazine,
Yeah.
and I was loving it. I'm also like a very up close and personal kind of player as well too. So I did kind of I ranked up the SIG a little bit as well too. I got the longer barrel, I got the grips, I got the compensator,
Mhm.
and I was actually kind of digging it a little bit. I was actually
Yeah,
doing a lot better than
in
I
this
thought.
gameplay, I'm
Yeah.
popping off with it, even at long range. If you put the vert grip, the foldable vert grip, and the long barrel on it, you can beam people from like downtown.
Yeah, dude. That one specific vertical grip, that's like the longer one, that's more
Mhm.
Yeah,
The
traditional one.
night that Knight's Armament
Just
one, I think, right?
yeah, dude. That one just
I
reduces
put
your
the
recoil
I put the
so much.
1.5x on it, and you can delete
Oh,
people.
nice,
The
nice.
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. And then just it's a SIG, so don't drop it, right? Sorry, too
Don't
I'm not gonna
holster
lie.
it.
This is
too
the only like
too
it's
soon.
like we're stuck to one handgun in this game right now, but
And it is the
it does
320.
work. It does work pretty decently. Like if there are some moments where I had to quickly switch to my secondary, and I was able to take a dude out.
Like,
So
And that is the SIG pistol, is it not? I
yeah,
think,
no,
right?
it's
Yeah.
the one.
that is,
Yeah, that's
oh,
like
it
what
is,
Nev
it is
said.
that
Nev
one.
saying
I've
in
had
chat, he's like,
so
it's
many
scary to go
comments.
vaulting over walls with that thing in your holster.
Yeah, dude. All the comments on my video, I have so many on the last 2 videos, just like I refuse to buy the game if it's not immersive enough to have that thing just go off in your holster. I was
Dude,
like,
it's
that's
like,
hilarious.
you vault over
The
a
guy
wall and just
ragdolls, it hits the ground and just pop, it goes off one more time.
Yeah, right.
jump over a wall, or you dive behind cover or something, and the thing goes off and takes like
Yeah.
40 health out of your leg. Like, yeah.
Love it.
Not good. Not
Immersion.
good at all. Should be able to just throw you should be able to just throw it at somebody and it goes off and shoots
Goes
it.
off.
50-50 chance it can shoot, but it can shoot back at you.
Yeah, you don't know.
That's
You
so
don't know,
funny
man.
and terrible at the same time.
Quality control at
Yeah.
its finest.
I will say,
Yeesh.
like the starter support weapon, that's
saw.
based off the British variant.
Yeah,
though,
the
right?
L110. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it's still a saw. It's just the British
It's a
military
saw, yeah.
designation for it. They call it different, but it's the same. It's the same gun.
Those darn Brits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The-
no, it was actually like, it was funny because people were immediately complaining about like the Ultimax and just machine guns in general, like having no recoil whatsoever. And there was like, they're actually pretty controllable. Like, it's only 5.56. Like, it
Right.
looks big and bulky, and if anything, it's better that it's a heavier weapon
Mhm.
if you're just laying into it, because then you just kind of let the weapon hold itself down almost.
Well,
at a
especially
certain
the
point.
Ultimax. I think it was
That one's built to be like that.
Yeah, it
like
has
the
a recoil
system.
compensator system in it, similar to like the Knights Arm, the LAMGs, and similar to like the Vector too. You know, different design obviously than the Vector, but I think it was X Factor. I think it was made a tweet and it got like community noted, and I think even Brandon Herrera was commenting like, because he was looking at gameplay and saying like, oh, there's no recoil, and even like Brandon Herrera was like, I have one of these and it has no recoil, and that you saw people posting videos of like shooting at Ultimax one-handed over
up
their head
above
with no recoil. So yeah, I mean, you think about it, especially Blue made a good point. Like a 5.56 LMG does not weigh a lot, first off, and they're relatively light weapons. We're talking like not even 12 pounds, right? I would say max for a saw and
Yeah,
Ultimax. Like, they
you're
do
like
not
an
weigh a
old
lot.
M1 Garand weighs 12 pounds fully
Yeah,
loaded. Like
yeah, and you're
that's
talking
wood and metal.
Yeah, and you're talking about how much. So, I mean, think about just like a 12. You know, like it's like nothing. So, especially 5.56. Now, when you're talking 7.62 by 51, that's gonna obviously kick more in full auto. And we'll see the M60 Echo 6 in the game. And that's obviously the caveat there is slower rate of fire, which you also see with the Ultimax, right? The rate of fire is like 580 or something like that.
That's
It's
something I
slow.
go with that one, but it just reminded me of the Galil, the Ace.
Yes, the 32, Ace 32.
30, the Ace
for assault.
32. Yeah, that one was actually pretty nice. It's actually better than the AK that Crash was using.
Hey, come on, wait.
The carbide, you know.
the
Listen,
AK,
man. Listen,
the
you were doing that
AK
just for your spotting stuff, bro.
the AK is perfect for the spotting.
You're right.
What
you're
is
right.
it? Challenge or whatever.
Yeah.
So
it's
you can
perfect
put
for
that thing on.
spotting.
It has zero recoil out of the box. It comes with like a 3x scope on it. So you can but it shoots marshmallows. So you can just wound and spot everybody. Like it doesn't matter the distance, dude. Like you just shoot that thing, they're spotted. On to the next one. Hit him with some
how does-
marshmallows.
300 recon spots.
Yeah,
done.
right. How does that compare? Have you used the M4? How do they compare damage wise? Because 5.56 and 5.45 are relatively
It's
similar.
crazy
ammos.
how better the M4 is compared in terms of damage
Really?
wise.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
but
Yeah.
it depends on the ammo type. So like the soft
Okay.
point versus your FMJ, or the muzzle velocity out of the barrel. So if it's like the 14.5 or the 10.5, like on
Is
the
there a
M4,
10.5 barrel on the M4?
on the M4? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
because the
there's a short
205,
one.
the 205, I didn't unlock it yet to even look at what the attachments are barrel length wise, but the 205 is a 12.5-inch barrel, and it should not, unless they're giving you different barrel options to convert it to a different AK 200 series weapon. Like a 12.5-inch barrel is fixed for that 205, so it makes sense. it makes sense that the M4 has a longer barrel, so it does make sense damage wise why that would be.
Yeah, yeah. And
But
then this, I don't know.
I think
The
it's just
suppressor takes away damage and it
I
sucks. I hate
kind of
that.
I kind of feel like they didn't put like too much realism thought into it. It's almost like, but I do think they have a good variety of weapons. They have some that are like low fire rate but higher damage, then higher fire rate. Like they have a
Yeah.
good variety. The other one you guys should try out. I was warming up to it. Everyone I was playing with was liking it. Under the carbines, there's a variation of the M4, like the M417 or whatever.
Yeah, the A2. Yeah,
That's the one.
That's
Yeah,
Blue
People
was
are
dude.
on.
I
really
just
liking that
unlocked
one.
it, and I kept getting killed by it. And like King of the Hill, I tried it out today. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this out as soon as I unlock it. And yeah, holy crap!
That's like the
The
equivalent of your Scar H, basically. It's
Yeah,
essentially the same
it is. It
caliber.
really,
It's
yeah,
20 round mag.
exactly.
Yeah,
Short
rate of
barrel,
fire.
10.5-inch
Yep.
barrel,
Yep.
and it's full auto. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, it was like when I first shot it, I was like, oh yeah, it kicks a little bit, it's 7.6 by 51, but it was very controllable. I was
Yeah.
on breakpoint, breakthrough on the map on screen now with the Snowy Mountains, Liberation. But I was on that one, and I was able to do some work, even at like a tap firing. Also, I'm so glad tap
Mhm.
firing is back
Oh,
as
dude,
well
I
too.
know. Me too. I was doing that
I
with the
hate it.
Saw last night.
You hate it?
Yeah, you got no. You're not a real Battlefield player.
That's right.
Man.
Yeah.
Go back to
Yeah, what a
2042.
phony.
Yeah.
Get him out. Vince, throw him out the window.
Yeah, I love random deviation from my reticle and no feedback or possibility to correct it. I
Dude,
love it.
I'm so see. I understand that argument, but I've been doing it since Bad Company 2, so like I don't
I
care.
know,
Yeah,
it's a
let me keep
thing.
I
it. Let me
mastered the
keep it.
tap fire.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm out here tap firing snipers on mountains with my M4.
Yeah,
If
dude.
you
I
use
was just bursting the Saw and just wrecking people.
if you use
left,
the
right, and
AK
center.
102, or I guess it's the 205 in this game or whatever,
205,
if you use that, you can just beam them. You get
Isn't
them, you hit
I
them 10 or
saw
Not
12
getting any
times.
kills.
You hit them
there's
10
an
or 12 times, they're
AK-12
dead.
variant in this game. Was that did I see someone? Was that the one that we're talking about?
What is it?
It looks like an AK-12. It has like the same
It's a
magazine,
205.
same
That's a
stock.
205. Yeah,
That's the
it's
205.
yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll do some nerdy ass videos for that down the road.
But I don't know. So the 205 was usable for me when I put in the soft point ammo that increased headshot damage. It literally has 0 recoil, and if you just keep that in mind and go for headshots, and you sprinkle a couple of headshots in there, you can beam people like really far away and get some headshots. Like it's that precise with no recoil that like
It is really accurate.
if
And I'm
somebody's
sure
head
you'll have
glitched,
a 60 round casket mag too. So I mean, think about that. Just dumping 60 rounds of 5.45 with no recoil gonna be deadly.
I mean, I know I just unlocked the 45 rounder for the Galil, so
I didn't
I
do
wonder
very
how
good
that'll
with that
be.
one. I didn't do well.
I don't know. It takes a bit. I went through domination and King of the Hill just to quickly level it up. But yeah, once you get the first couple attachments, it becomes. I'm already mastered on that and the M4. Those are the two I mastered out so far.
Oh damn! Yeah,
Gotcha.
you guys. I have the least amount of time probably than anybody on the planet right now. So
On the planet, yeah, because literally millions of people are probably playing this. I also haven't. I just unlocked the MP7. Haven't tried that yet. So
Yeah, I just unlocked it too, and I tried it. I was just using the MCX, I guess what SGX or whatever it's called in here.
yeah,
and
that's already decent. But
dude,
I would
I
love
was
to
beaming
see
with that
if
thing.
the
I was really liking it.
MP7. Oh yeah, there you just got a good kill there.
It hip fires so tight too, so up
Yeah.
close.
The
You can
hip.
just-
That's an issue with a lot of the carbines and assault rifles, though. Like even when you put the laser on, and you put on a PEC system or whatever the heck it is, blue, red, green. Like I feel like it barely makes a difference. There's some attachments too that I'll take on and off, and I see no stats change whatsoever. Like it'll say what it does, but I'm like, I don't see
Huh.
the hip fire move. I don't see recoil move. And then if I even like the late, it depends on. I think it depends on the combination of attachments you have, is what makes it different.
Right.
Because like
Yeah.
by the time you unlock everything, like take the M4 for instance, I could put the best compensator on there, and it'll actually be worse for recoil and control.
Really, man, I didn't even
Yeah,
look
but
at
it's
that.
because I
I'll have
think
to
it's
look.
because I have, the grip that was already better, and then I had
Yeah,
a different
yeah.
barrel length. So like
That makes sense.
tweaking and messing with that. I need to figure out
I
what
think I
happens.
gotta look at I gotta look at what I did with the saw because I know I wasn't even looking at the stats or whatever. I didn't care, but I put on that Knight's vertical grip. I put
I'm
on
cooking on this clip.
a compensator, and that like just made the saw shoot really flat, and you can mount it too, which is dope. So it's like I don't
Yeah.
even need
Oh,
the
dude, that
bipod
reminds me
if I
of
can mount
Battlefield 4. When you mount the saw, dude, you were just beaming
Yeah.
people, dude.
I remember Battlefield 3 Operation Metro. I unlocked the 240 Bravo with a bipod, and in Metro there was that one like locker room area where there was an
Yeah.
objective for rush. And
Yeah.
I bipoded that thing in prone at the end of the hallway and just let it rip and got like 20 kills. It was insane.
Dude,
It
there's
just
so many good moments like that.
bottleneck them. Yeah, dude. So I'm glad that that's back. The bipod system mounting, it's nice.
Yeah, even mounting like on the corners, like the contextual lean system,
It's
I
good.
haven't really used it as much as I would want. There are some moments where I'll slowly pick a corner and it automatically does it, but I have put mounted up on a corner and stayed on that corner.
Yeah, I did it
sometimes.
too. It's
Yeah,
good.
so
I like it.
I got lots of guns to try. I want to try tonight. I saw some people like Enders was streaming earlier and he was using one of the ARs with just like, so you get increased hip fire with SMGs, but I don't think it even matters on support because he was running an AR with a laser and he was like hip firing people at like 20 meters, 20, 30 meters. Like
interesting.
crazy.
Yeah,
So
maybe
I might
have to
try
I may
some.
have to mess. Maybe I have to mess with the attachments then.
I might try some of it tonight. Mess with it.
Yeah.
But
I will say that RPG sucks. But I don't think it's the RPG that sucks as much as one where you hit the tank. So if you hit the tank in the rear, you're doing like I think double the amount.
That was
of
always
damage.
the thing is you wanted to hit it
That
in the
was, but what I think is the issue. I mean, I think also it's because of the challenges. People are trying to get the repair points, for the challenge.
yeah.
As soon as this is done, no one's repairing vehicles, no one's reviving people. We're back to Battlefield as it used to be. But I don't know. I think the repair tool that there's like
this
that,
explosion.
as an engineer.
Watch this clip.
What,
the explosion on that.
oh,
Is
with
like
the helicopter coming down.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That animation,
That was cool. Dude, the black ground around, just like just the soot from the explosion. Dude. Also, I'm gonna ask you, Buff, what does this map remind you of? The Liberation map.
Reminds me of that one map on Medal of Honor Warfighter.
Let's go.
Time until Medal of Honor Warfighter. 45 minutes and 3 seconds.
No, but I said the same thing, and even Big Fry said, "It's like, oh yeah, it does." I was like, dude, like there was a moment when
100%.
we were
Here's a
doing the
good
breakthrough.
clip. I put 4 into this tank and he's fine. Just to illustrate your point.
He's getting repaired.
Yeah, he's getting repaired. The repair tool is so crazy good, and then especially if you keep repairing, you'll just charge up that ultimate repair tool as an engineer and just fix the tank in 5 seconds. Like, it's insane how crazy that thing is. And if you have a good group, I mean, don't get me wrong, there were so many moments in Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 when you had a full Huey and you had 2 miniguns.
Everyone repairing, yeah.
2 miniguns on the side and 2 passengers both repairing at the same time.
Yeah. Those things were impossible to kill.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's a Battlefield thing, but like,
look at that beam with that machine gun.
I don't know, man. I would like to maybe see a little bit of a nerf. I don't know how they would do it. I'm not the game designer.
I had some funny moments this morning where I can't remember if it was D or Spoo was driving the tank, but I was laying on top of it and I said, I'll be your R2D2 like in Luke's X-Wing. So I was just sitting back there repairing, and then when he's getting into a fight, and while I was switching out my bottle, I just pull up my RPG and like help him on the tank, like shoot a couple RPGs and then go back to repairing. And I was like, I'm your little R2D2 bud, helping out on the back of the tank. And then I died.
If you haven't yet, try and get on a chopper gunner if you get a competent pilot.
I haven't been able to do anything.
Man, I was trying to fly last night and I got on a gun and
mini crash on the stream.
Awesome. Mini crash, let's go. It was awesome. Really, the 30 mic is amazing. And it feels really good as a chopper gunner. So if you guys haven't tried that, it's fun for sure if you get a good pilot.
Yeah, I was always better at chopper gunner. I am not so much of a good pilot. Depends, I guess. And then also, um, I suck at jet fighting. I was never a pilot ever, so
You
we'll see
gotten
how
on a
that
50
feels.
cal yet? 50 cals feel good.
50 cals are good. 50 cals are
Yeah.
good.
Justin was driving me around in one of the Jeeps, and I was just like bursting the 50. And it's like a 3-shot kill. It feels awesome. If you get direct hits, it's really clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a
Games.
good question from Slide. What do you know? What auto profile you guys tried out? Have you guys seen what that is?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
is War Tapes there? I didn't see it yet, but that's always the
Yeah.
one you want to do. Okay.
yeah, War
No,
Tapes
it
BL or
depends. It depends. So like, I will say the war tape. I think I don't know. Is it VAL or VO? I thought it was very loud. That's what it stood for. Um, but
Historically, I've always used War Tapes.
It's extremely loud. Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
but it's immersive as hell.
Oh
Is
my
why I've
gosh,
always
dude!
used it.
I went through all my immersion settings and just like turned a lot of stuff off, lowered the opacity on a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
try to keep some game information, but it was so nice. I want to eventually get it to the point where I can make it even smaller. So
That's one thing. Like immersion. Speaking of immersion, like I remember playing Battlefield 1 for a few months, and I liked it. And then I went back to 4, and just the feeling of being on Goldmund and having like tanks coming over the hill and blowing into buildings, and then like a frog foot coming in for a gun run, and chopper flying overhead. I had that same feeling last night where I'm on that Liberation Peak map, and like, there's a tank coming up the hill, choppers flying by doing a gun run, and then you have a jet just like coming over dropping a bomb, and you're just like, holy, there's one of those moments where you just step back and you're like, wow, this is proper
mhm.
immersive Battlefield right now, and nothing beats that, man. That's
No.
why I loved 4 and 3 so much, and I got the same like, let me just take this all in for a second last night. Just total war going on.
Yep. But we could talk since we're on the audio subject though. Wolverine told me to try it and it helped out a little bit on hearing footsteps. I think the audio needs some work. I think footsteps
Yes,
are
it
like
does.
non-existent
I
sometimes.
noticed that in labs too. I couldn't hear anything
I
from the
don't need them to
footsteps.
be crazy, but like I feel like all right. Time until Crash Glazed Battlefield 5, 49 minutes, 38 seconds. I think it's really good in Battlefield 5. It's not so I don't ever just sit around and like wait to hear footsteps. I don't like
But you want to hear someone
but
running up behind you.
yeah, but in Battlefield 5, like 4 or 5 times a game, I'll be doing something. I'm like, oh, I hear somebody, and I'll make a
Yeah.
play on it. So
I
that's where I
haven't
think it should be. But
and I haven't experienced that yet. I've died a couple times where someone's running up behind me around a corner and I couldn't hear them whatsoever. So
right,
that's
there's just so much junk going on. I feel like in the past, sometimes when COD Warzone has had like footsteps issues, it's like the priority in the mix. It's
Mhm.
almost like they just need to bump footsteps up. Like, so you only get so many channels of audio, and there's so much going on that I feel like they get lost. So I think they could be bumped up in the priority or bumped up in the
Yeah.
mix or something.
Like
Just a little
isolate
bit.
it when it's X amount distance from you. It becomes a little bit more isolated the closer it gets, but you don't want to hear them from too far away. But yeah, it's definitely a balance there.
Yeah,
that we need
because
to find.
we're not saying that we want everybody to be playing Tarkov, waiting to hear somebody move and like all that.
Yeah,
But
no, exactly. That's
Whoa.
it's
You just gonna sit around and look at red dots on the mini map, Crash? Is that what you're saying? Go play
yes,
Arma. Go play Arma. Okay.
I got to, dude. TikTok is wild right now with the comments because I've been streaming to there just because
Oh,
like
really?
it's popular and there's a fair amount of people come through.
Yeah.
So like there's so many weird people like, dude, you look like a COD player. Go back to playing COD. Like, and then one guy's like, I'm literally on the objective throwing out health. I smoke push to the right, killed like 4 guys. I'm like solo capping a point. This guy's like, you're not even a real battlefielder. You're not playing the objective right. And I'm like,
Dude, I love that. I had a comment on one of my
brother,
videos about that. Like someone said the same thing, and I was like, dude, I literally got paid to play Bad Company 2 clan games. Like, what are you talking about? You probably weren't even alive. What are you saying?
the gatekeeping is weird, man. Like some people like even if it is a COD player coming to play
Who cares?
Battlefield, like welcome
Yeah.
in, man. Like have fun
Yeah,
with us. Like
exactly.
holy, dude.
to be honest, yeah, I feel like it'd be the opposite, but I don't know, man. I'm all for. I think that's why they also put these maps out there for this open beta playtest. I'm trying to think of the word you
Yeah,
just said earlier.
I agree with what you're
Early access
saying.
open beta playtest.
Yeah, get it right. It's not a closed beta.
Get it right. Open. It's open.
Damn it, Blue.
It's open to everyone. But I feel like maybe they did it so they can bring in some of the Call of Duty players because they kind of knew the mentality of like what's going on with Call of Duty lately, and it's just going downhill with all these microtransactions. So maybe it's like, hey, look, see, like, come on over here. We got some like really cool gameplay for you guys. Then I'm also seeing like a crap ton of like people just exposing like, look, Battlefield has the same crazy movement as Call of Duty, or they're
Which
like,
I
oh,
would completely disagree
It's
with
not
that.
even close, man.
Yeah.
have I seen some crazy movement like of abusing like there's some really interesting like moments where your guy kind of like he hops over like a rock and he'll just kind of like whoop, almost like float into space a little bit. um
Does
and
his sig go off
I've
too?
seen some people like abusing it. I've seen people also like do the whole like widescreen resolution, make sure all the game graphics are super low so they get 200 plus FPS and everyone's stretched, you
Yeah.
know. So it's like you're gonna get those try hard sweat lords,
Which more
just
power
to
to
get
them, man.
just to make the clips for YouTube
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
that's crazy.
Um, am I gonna run into those people? Probably every now and then, probably. But like the thing about Battlefield is that even the best players sometimes. Let me see. Like even the best players sometimes, it's almost like you can't win the entire game on your
Yeah,
own. That's the issue.
it is a team game for sure, and I think I've seen the same argument made with different things. But if you want to be a try hard player or a try hard squad, if you have a team that's competent and playing the objective, you're going to lose every time.
Yeah. Look,
So that's
you
just
will probably
Battlefield.
get, and I've seen it where it's like, if you get that squad that's just trying to go for the kills, that's great. If you're not playing the objective, you're gonna lose
Yeah,
the overall game. But they don't care about that. They care
they care
about
about
their
the KD.
KDs.
But see, and
Yeah,
that's something
I
I've
care about
never
the
cared.
KD a little bit, and then more so the win to loss ratio.
I always felt though, if you're playing the objective and playing to win in Battlefield, you're going to go positive. And there's a
Normally,
lot of
yes, hundred
there's a lot of
percent.
times you got to take in for the team, and I think that's why I
Crash is like,
enjoy. Yeah, crash.
I've had
That's
some hard
why
times. I've had some bad
it's
games
been
like
tough.
that.
It's been tough.
I like the class locked mode because historically in Battlefield, like you have to play to for the team to win the game. And there's been that was the beauty of some of those other Battlefields is like you had to master every class because situations call for you to be able to change classes and contribute to the team in a different ways. You can't just run with the assault AEK and get a lot of kills. That's not going to win the game.
Yeah.
Right. So speaking of teamwork, like when Blue and I played it was last night, right? Like when you hopped in with
yeah,
me.
the days are kind of
They are
smushed
kind
together
of
right now.
we had some awesome breakthrough games, man. And I have a problem. I don't know about you guys. I get ultra passionate about breakthrough, and I am tonight on stream. If we play that, I'm going to have an introspective look at myself, and I'm going to calm down, and I'm going to have fun no matter what. I was getting ridiculously competitive over a beta where stats don't even carry over, and there's no ranked mode, and it's just for fun. I was being silly. I
Yep.
don't know why breakthrough brings it out of me, but like I don't know. I just want to win.
I will say, like, that's those game modes. That's why I love Rush specifically, because like those game modes when the entire team is pushing towards like a single objective, or even if it's two in this case, it really makes Battlefield feel more like Battlefield. Whereas like Conquest, it's great for all out warfare, and right now the maps just don't showcase that right now. Um, I think Conquest on a lot of these maps, they just don't showcase what Battlefield can really be. Seeing like what you were saying earlier to Buff with like the Frogfoot coming in above, or I can't wait till we hear the A10 go off in the back and up top, and especially on if we hear it on I think we saw the trailer on was Operation Firestorm. They're bringing back the A10. I could be wrong, maybe,
I'm
but
not sure.
anyways, it's oh gosh, I forgot where I was going with this. Yep, I lost it.
You're
Train of
talking
thought.
about Conquest versus Rush versus
Yeah, just
Breakthrough.
okay. So like, I love the feeling of us rushing together and like pushing an objective, and especially
Yeah.
like when we have those moments when you have a competent squad, you can actually you can help the team and or make or break a certain situation where it's like, hey, the rest of the team's pushing alpha. Let's defend Bravo as a squad and
Hmm.
keep ourselves up and make sure that recon beacon is placed somewhere well, that we can keep
Yeah, we
coming back
were.
to the spawn point.
I
And
think it
then also
was.
like when we push smokes, we like it between you, me, and I think even Justin had some smokes too. Even D probably. I think we all kind of maybe ran smokes after a while. When we all throw smokes, we just smoke screen the enemy, so then you're able to push up pretty much right in their face sometimes.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
counter with the sniper. We're playing that liberation map, and they're up the hill.
just smoke
You
them.
basically just
Yeah.
like throw a wall of smoke and then push aside. Somebody puts down a good respawn beacon, like, and we were gelling, man. Like it was.
That's what I was doing on I don't know what map it was. None of the ones we've shown gameplay here, but I would just go into objectives. We'd roll in with like a tank and a squad, and I would just pop smoke continuously, and we would just take the objective because they wouldn't be able to see us. So
Man, I'm so excited to play again tonight, man. That's crazy to have a Battlefield to be excited about. It's even just a beta. That's another thing. Like I think the campaign could be a wild card. The portal could be incredible in this game with like people being able
definitely.
to use it actually and modes carry across patches and like building maps and stuff. But also, if you think about it's not a stretch to say that Portal in 2042 probably died because 2042 was dog shit. So if you have a big player
Right.
base that's playing this regular game, there's going to be some super creative people in there that are going to make something really cool. Like because you're just
Definitely.
casting a wide net. Like some of the people are going to be talented.
And they didn't
Not me.
do anything with Portal either in 2042. Like they didn't bring anything else in. So
Yeah, DICE is notorious for that. Like they'll throw
they
something
are.
at the wall, and the second it doesn't have anybody playing it, they just abandon it. Like they abandoned Hazard Zone like
Sucks.
48 minutes after launch. I feel like
Yeah.
they did the same with Firestorm.
Firestorm. They're
Yeah.
like, oh man, the loot's like not picking up right. Let's fix that and just never support the game again.
Battlefield
Sounds
1
good.
had like an incursions mode or something, like a
I remember.
5v5 competitive mode, and they
Yeah, I
just like
remember that.
got rid of that. I mean,
They've been trying that for years though.
somebody's gonna build one in Portal. I think I could have some really fun community nights, like running. Like if you could make essentially a bomb mode. Time until crash brought up bomb mode, 59 minutes 33 seconds. I think you could make a cool bomb mode in Portal, right? Like if you just used the MCOMs as the bombs, and then had like 5v5 or 6v6 and did it like just a one life round based thing would be not that far off. Like and two MCOMs or one MCOM to fight over. I don't know. I think it'd be cool. And you could get like community games running and stuff with like wouldn't take that many people to fill a server that way.
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Possibilities are pretty endless. I wish you could move the mini map. I don't like it in the low left.
That's what I was asking on stream last night. If somebody figured
There's
that
no
out,
way to do it. I
I
went
need it to
through
be top
every single
left, dude.
setting. I
Top
know.
left is what I'm used to. Bottom right or bottom left, I can't. It's just not where you would want
I
it.
had
It
to
seems.
minimize it. I simplified the squad as well
Yeah.
too. So it's just names. I lowered the opacity so I can kind of see through it, but also it rotates with me as well too a lot faster with the
I
3D
just feel like my
directional.
eyes don't go down there for the mini map. I don't. And historically in Battlefield, that's never been there that I remember. Battlefield 4 and 3 was top left, I thought. So that's where I'm used to looking. So playing last night, like I never am looking at the mini map, which is bad in Battlefield. You want to be looking at it, but it's not in a spot where I want it. My eyes are not going down there because then I'm not looking at what I'm doing. It's easier to look to the top left corner than the bottom left. I feel like maybe that's just because I'm used to it in Battlefield. I don't know.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I had on my list of changes. Not a ton. I had on my list like I hope there's like a practice range or even like a practice island for like
I
There
will,
wasn't.
yeah,
There wasn't
yeah,
4. I'm hoping there will be
there
one
wasn't
here.
4, but
somebody
also
will
like
make
I've
them in
noticed
Portal,
where
I
it's
bet.
like
Yeah.
maybe, but I just because like I really wish I know they're not gonna give it to us because of Portal, but like a server browser would help so much
Dude, you
for
feel the
a
server
lot of these
browser
moments.
so much, man, because
Yeah,
you get like Cairo like 8 times in a row. I know there's only 3 maps and that won't happen as much, but damn it, man, like if you're gonna force us to do shitty matchmaking, at least put in the criteria. Like take into account that we played the same map 3 times in a row, potentially put it a higher priority to give us a different one.
Yeah,
Like it really does suck to not have a server browser, and you even start to feel it in the beta. That's going to be one of the sad things about the whole thing. I doubt it. I think the thing that we should ask for or try to get through as a community would be just turn on official servers in the Portal server browser. So you leave the menu how it is. If people just want to hop in and play, you can. But let there be a toggle. And if you go into Portal, go to the server browser, you can toggle and just see official servers and pick what you want, man, and leave persistent servers on.
Because that was
Mhm.
a good part in 4 and 3 was you had to rent a servers and people would make their server and get rid of like the maps that were less fun to play and people were just like annoying, and then you could customize the rotation too, so you didn't need to worry about that.
My wife just opened the door, smiled at me, and flipped me off.
Nice. That's good.
My marriage is in good shape, guys.
That's the sign of a good marriage, 100%.
That is.
She smiled, so it's okay. That's
exactly.
kind of our thing.
It's a happy flip off.
It is. That's kind of our thing. It's like we always try to like low key flip each other off, and no one sees it, like all the time.
Well, look, everyone just saw it. So,
yeah, but it also is like that. I don't know. She got me pretty good right there. I thought something was. It's also like kind of. You remember like the circle game, like to get people to try to see it or whatever. It's also kind of like that. You want to try because if I know she's gonna do it, I won't look at her. But like I literally thought something was wrong, so I turned around and she smoked me with that thing.
Damn,
got you good.
I got right there. Sorry. No, that's insane that she did that. She's out of control.
Mrs. Crash be wild.
Dude, I totally lost my train. But anyway, server browser, it's never happening. Yeah, it's never gonna come back. They've been like phasing it out too, like
which is so weird. You would think they would want to rent a server program. It's like, okay, we don't want more money, I guess.
Their argument is like you can just build what you want in Portal. You can just build a vanilla server in Portal, and then people can play there. But it's like you're not gonna get a like just random people aren't going to go, oh, I'll go look for Portal for it when you can just click the matchmaking button.
A list, and I need a way to own a server and keep it going the entire time.
Yeah, I wish we had yeah, it's just there's so many reasons, man. Playing the same map over and over sucks. The potential for skill-based matchmaking sucks. Like all that stuff is just like it's all negated with a server browser. You can play how you want to. You can pick in the rotation whenever you want to, because then you get good at like memorizing the rotation, and you're like, oh, if I hop in on this map, I like the next 4 maps, and like
definitely. And you could look at what the rotation was before you join and favorite the servers and that people made.
Well,
so
and
you have your list of favorited ones.
What do you guys think of the 4 versus 5? Because like now all my friends in the community have been like coming out of the woodwork and wanting to play. And it's like, dude, I have to limit it to 4. And then like back on Battlefield 5, like you could pin the server number at the top and say, everybody get in the queue for this server. And pretty soon, like we have like 8 or 10 people in the same server having a good time. And that was huge too.
Even Fry was saying that too. Just like there's like this game has brought back even a lot of my friends that I haven't talked to in a while. Like we're finally trying to play games again. And I don't have enough. There's not enough squad slots, so like having a dedicated server where we can all just go and meet up, or we'll look through the list of public servers and go join those, so
yeah, well, hopefully, I mean, that's a weird thing about Battlefield. They've always put so much emphasis on like team play and playing with friends, and then they've always just found ways to shoot themselves in the foot with that continuously over the years. I'm not just talking like 2042 or more recent Battlefield. Like historically, I think they've always done that, and they always lead up to the game to like emphasis on play your way, team, and they always say that in the market, and then they implement things that do the opposite. They love doing that.
Yeah, very much so.
I can't remember, it was 4 or 3. There was one of the Battlefields that like the hypocrisy of it was just insane, where they said all that leading up, and then like I don't know what it was. There was like you couldn't even there were like the team chat didn't work, so you couldn't maybe it was 2042 where they said like teamwork, and then you couldn't even when it
Yeah, no, it
launched,
was
you couldn't even
2022. There
talk to
was
your
no VoIP.
squads.
There was no
Yeah,
voice chat either.
you
Like
couldn't
they
even
didn't figure that
talk.
out.
It was ridiculous. They're like, team, play your way. It's like I can't hear anybody in
Like,
the game. And you're
yeah, there
like,
was
how
no
am I-"
VoIP. It was
Yeah, that
so bad, dude.
yeah, that just sound we're just gonna pretend 2042 is not a canonical Battlefield game. Didn't
Yeah,
exist. That whole period of time didn't happen.
like Blue said, it was a fever dream.
It was, yeah. We were all
But
just
there's so
Mhm.
yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. I hope they crank out maps on this thing, dude, and make this such a. I hope because it's gonna be interesting to see because it's been a long time since we've had a good Battlefield, but it's also been a long time since we've had a Battlefield that potentially won't need to be like fixed for the first 6 months of its life cycle. So maybe there's a chance that we can
right.
actually like have post-launch content start
Good
and have a
content.
reasonable amount of it.
Are you saying, Crash, you don't want them to take 18 months to redo the launch maps? Is that what you're saying?
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying exactly.
Wow.
Because it's all
You have brutal expectations.
I
You know
kind of
that?
do. That guy, that guy's still around, and he's all excited about how good Battlefield's doing on Twitter, and I'm like, dude,
Server browser? Brutal expectations. Something that's been a staple in
brutal.
every first person shooter ever made since like Duke Nukem. Like, get out of here. What?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah. All I know is that Blue's excited for Black Ops 7.
Let's
Blue was
go.
telling me, he was showing me some leaked skins. He's like, Buff, like we could be
We need to hop
Batman
on that,
and
bro.
Robin together in the
No,
game.
we're gonna be a space, but we're gonna be the bus driver from Transit with an Iron Man body,
Nice.
or
Is
you
it?
can be a cyborg woman
I heard they're doing a
or
collab with the
an
Magical
Iron
School
Patriot.
Bus, right? Everyone remember that growing up? The
Miss
Magical
Frizzle?
School Bus?
We're gonna
Yeah,
be
Miss
Miss
Frizzle's
Frizzle.
gonna be there,
Yeah.
I think.
No, I'm gonna be the freaking chameleon, bro. Forget Miss Frizzle.
Oh, the chameleon,
Just a
nice.
giant chameleon running around.
I know for sure though, if there's like I'm only buying the game if there's animated like anime characters with like enormous bulges in their pants. The only way I'm buying the game, period. So
You're in luck.
thank God, dude. I was getting worried too. I was like, is there not gonna be
I
enormous
saw
dicks
I
in this
saw a
game?
tweet.
Like,
It was like one of the new skins of the season pass. I don't know if it was for what I don't know what battle or Call of Duty it was, but it was like a roller coaster that was like built into the weapon itself, and like the inspect. It was like literally a whole little mini roller coaster ride on the weapon itself, and I was just like, and it came out like either the day before the beta dropped or the day after, and it's just like, oh no, like, and then all the comments were just like, yeah, you're cooked. Like
and then
Battlefield
you have the
6 completely.
animators who I feel bad because like they're getting paid to do this stuff, but they're like,
They're
yeah,
great
it was a
animations. That's
yeah,
the
they
sad
are, but
part.
they're just like it was a pleasure to work on this, and it's like, dude, that's awesome work, but like, what the fuck is that doing in this game?
Yeah, yeah,
That's Fortnite. It's Fortnite. So I think that's
it's
another thing.
Fortnite. Yeah.
Pivoting back to Battlefield, like they said they're gonna keep. They say we'll have to see. They're gonna keep the immersive factor with like skins and stuff like that, and we're not gonna see that COD style of Teletubbies and Beavis and Butthead. So and
Yeah.
we've talked about that here on the scope before about how they can easily do that. It's just a matter of not being lazy and producing good content. That's not like let me scan something from a TV show and pay them money and put it in the game. Also, this
Yeah.
clip right here, this portion of the map looks just like Goldmine Railway right here from BF4.
Mm. I'm just like, these people are hiding in this building and making me mad, so I'm just gonna remove the building.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like it. That's the beautiful,
Making your own
beautiful about
entrances
Battlefield.
and
But actually,
dude,
that
I'm
one
telling
wall
you
I
that,
couldn't blow up.
that gave me what's the word? Again from I was talking about like there was a moment on
Oh, that
Breakthrough
beam! Holy.
we were defending the point from being attacked, and like the house that was there before has completely gone to shreds. There's just a little bit of wall left. There's RPGs coming in, breaking down the walls, and somehow we defended it. And it felt like that's the scene from
Medal
the
of
Medal of
Honor.
Honor campaign
Yeah.
with the and that patches come in at the end. It's
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
I was like, dude, this felt like a movie
yeah.
scene in a video game, and that's all I wanted back.
Yeah.
You know, I
Also,
don't need
that
it, and I don't
mission
need it to be forced. That was the thing about 2042 is that they tried to force
Battlefield
those
moments.
battlefield moments, you know, and it's like no, they are supposed to happen naturally, and that was a natural, you know, battlefield moment.
Yeah, I think that goes to show Crash's tweet is accurate. EA execs almost killed the franchise, especially when you have people named Laura or something like that saying it was in the
She's
best
still there
state
too.
ever. Yeah, well, funny how she's not speaking up much anymore, huh?
She'll
What
be
happened?
in the EA earnings calls like, oh, Battlefield's doing so amazing. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
It's wild. It's gonna be a rough wait, man, until because I don't want to play this
You gotta
so
wait till
bad.
October now, right?
Yeah.
So we got this
October
week, the rest of
10th,
this
yeah.
weekend, and then next weekend,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Yeah, then it's a couple months of chilling and waiting.
Which I like that, man. I mean,
No,
it's gonna be rough, but the anticipation's just gonna be awesome.
The
Yeah,
hype
it's
will be
gonna really
insane
good.
because we know
gonna
it's
be-
good, and then we get to
Mhm.
see the full game. Like we see
Yeah.
all the maps in the portal and the
Exactly.
campaign and all that. And then I think shortly after that, from what I understood, potentially even what some of the leaks said, even between now and launch, they're talking about maybe bringing the battle royale in to the Battlefield
I hope
Labs.
the California map
That'd be
isn't
cool.
just for battle royale. You know,
There's two California maps in the regular maps.
yeah. So they're not,
But they
both
were-
for
Yes.
battle
but-
royale.
oh, no.
You know?
I don't
Wait,
know.
no, they were leaked, but they're not launch maps. So I really think those two maps are going to be in the first season. I think in the first season, like a few months after launch, it's going to be California themed. There's going to be two big multiplayer maps in California and in the BR. That's what I think.
wonder if we're gonna get a tropical shirt skin operator or soldier.
I don't
Say
know.
that. Remember
cares?
2042 gave us put out that Santa one, and everyone was just like, dude, what?
I also hope with the remakes, like, so there was also 4 old maps, remastered maps that were leaked that are probably going to be in Portal.
Which ones? I know Firestorm. What were the other ones?
And then the
Strike the
Chinese
Karkin.
railway one from Battlefield 4, like the
I
one
have
in
the thing.
snow. Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
no.
I know which one you mean. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
which one.
it was very urban. Like
The remasters are Firestorm, Propaganda,
propaganda. That's the one.
Tala Market, and Downtown from Hardline.
Oh, I never.
Yeah,
played.
Downtown from Hardline. I'm surprised they brought that one, but I believe that's California as well too. That's like LA
it is,
as
it
well.
is,
Or is
yeah.
that Miami? No, it's
I
LA.
think it's- I
That's
thought
LA.
it was LA.
That's
I think
LA. That's
and you're
LA.
probably-
I know
you-
Hardline campaign takes some places in Miami, but that's LA for sure.
You know you're gonna get Sharky Peninsula. There's probably gonna be a Metro or a Locker, and you're definitely gonna get what's the one map they remaster in every single one? Blue, the World
Caspian
War II.
border.
No.
Oh no.
It's from
Oh, Wake Island.
Wake Island. You're gonna get Wake
Bro,
Island.
if they
100%.
brought Wake Island, bro, I'd
That was so
be
good in
happy. I'll be
Battlefield.
honest.
Wake
Like,
Island's
I
in
know it's
Wake
so
Island's in
overplayed.
Battlefield 5, guys. Come on.
No one cares about Battlefield 5,
been
Crash.
playing
Talk
it.
about Battlefield
Yeah,
6.
I've
Battlefield
been
5
chilling.
Sucks, man. I don't want a woman with a robot claw arm, okay?
Well, I'll tell you guys, okay? The movement that the game you're all excited about sure feels a lot like a modern skin Battlefield 5 to me. That's all I'm going to say. You're pretty excited about it now.
Well,
Well,
didn't
hey,
I say that a
listen,
couple
yeah,
months
man.
ago? I was like, if Battlefield 5 were a modern game, I probably would have loved it.
Exactly.
Well, there
Same.
you
Well, that's
go.
the thing. We literally said take the movement from Battlefield 5, merge it with Battlefield 4, perfect Battlefield game, and that's what we got. Pretty much.
Except I got roasted in my video. One of the things I want is manual lean. I really like it, and it's not here.
So here's a
don't-
shameless plug. Yet again, Blue will agree with me because it's a great point.
Another beam with the
Well,
SMG.
Medal of Honor Warfighter had a manual lean thing, but it was like a peak lean system where you'd be behind cover, and maybe it was only campaign specific, but you would have to hold, like, say R1 or L2 or something like that, and that would be okay. Now I'm going to peak, and then like you would use your thumbstick to peak which way you wanted. But if you weren't holding like I'm about to peak or lean button, it wouldn't do it. So it made it really, really cool because you could hold it and go, go left, right, peek up over cover, things like that. So I thought that was really fun.
Yeah,
It made it
that's
like
cool.
dynamic peaking basically, instead of just like I'm going to lean left, right.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys too, like, because I've actually played now both class locked weapons and not class locked weapons. And I'm curious how you guys feel about that because I was just, when we were playing earlier today, and I was just like, you know what? I thought I thought it would make more of a difference, and I don't know if it's just because of it's a smaller map size, but I'm not really feeling
I
that
couldn't
much of
really feel a difference because the
a
vast majority of
difference.
what I've been playing is SMG on Engineer. So
I
I've been
think you
That's
playing.
the
also
thing. Like
don't
once
have
I
a lot of
stick to my
weapons.
class, I'm usually carbine on engineer, or
Right.
I usually just end up sticking with an assault rifle on assault class. So it's not like I see the difference, but I'm also not really feeling the difference from other players as well.
Yeah, I think I want so there's two. I haven't played enough to even notice, so I don't really have an opinion. I prefer locks just because that's Battlefield historically
For
for me.
sure, I prefer it locked
Yeah,
too, because then it kind of not evens it out, but it makes it again more like Battlefield. But like
the
I don't know,
roles, the classes serve their purpose.
the gadgets are still the same, and that
Right.
I completely agree with. Keep those RPGs of engineers.
Hmm.
Same thing with the repair tool, and support has health and ammo in its support pack, and assault is more of just straight up like just blow up walls and rush to points, stuff like that.
Right.
I'm glad they didn't. Did they give? I know there was like talks of like giving the recon tool, I guess, to assault, but they ended up not doing that, or if they, I don't know, they still
I'm
will.
not sure. I haven't. I don't
So
know. I think the other thing is like with this version of the beta, you have such limited weapons. Like there's.
yeah,
So
that's
I
true
wonder
too.
if when you get the full launch and then a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks in, when more people start unlocking the higher tier guns, if that's because if you get like an AEK meta type gun, right, from previous
That's
Battlefield, if
true.
you get
That's
something like
true.
that, then people are gonna be like, well, I'm gonna run the best gun in the game. Obviously, I think right now
Correct.
it's still so new that people aren't really putting that together yet, and you don't have the
Yeah,
weapons
yeah. I think I was
variety.
about to give it some more time, and then we'll start to
Yeah,
see like the flaws in it. Yeah.
yeah. Especially when you have more all the guns.
I mean, I'm glad they gave us the choice. I feel like there should have been a choice in the first place, but I mean, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I played only one of the class locked weapon modes. I just been playing the unlocked ones because wanted to try a bunch of the different weapons.
Well, because I love breakthrough, and that's unlocked weapon classes for
Yeah.
everyone.
I think
And
that's what they're gonna do at launch, is leave it unlocked and then say like no one played it, the beta. It's like, well, I mean, of course they didn't because they want to try a bunch of different guns. Like,
correct,
Yeah.
it's
correct.
kind of
Yeah.
silly, but it seems like they're going through a formality to be like to be able to say we tried it.
As
But
long
No,
as they're
I
keeping an
think
eye
they'll
on
keep it. I think
balance.
they'll keep it. I don't think that's
As
something they'll get rid of.
as long as you don't have like super broken stuff, like I said, like people are using two guns, like the Warzone type meta crap we see where there's two guns that everyone
Oh
uses. If you have
yeah,
the ability
yeah,
to use
yeah.
that in every class, then it's gonna be an issue. You don't want to be getting
Correct,
killed by
correct.
one gun all game long. So
I hate this shoddy on assault class, but I haven't played assault class at all.
I've done it again. I even and just because I hate the shotgun on assault class, I got rid of it. But having two extra grenade launchers and having four in total helps a lot, like locking down areas as well too, because like
yeah,
especially like
320 is
blowing
good.
open a wall, and then the thermobaric helps catch people on fire and
Hmm.
stops them from going a certain area. So
Yeah, I need to try
Yeah,
some
those 320s are sick. I do like that. I was doing those a lot in the labs test. I will say in the labs test, the uh the Sig Spear was probably my favorite gun too. So I'm excited to get hands
mhm.
on that when the full game comes out. Sig Spear was nice. It was good.
Yeah, but it's so crazy that we're like nitpicking and talking about like little balance stuff in a beta. That's usually like this time last time with Battlefield 2042. We're like, can't even play this thing, man. It's so
Yeah,
broken. Like it
it was
was
so bad.
so
What they
broken.
what they tell us, it just needs a when they delayed the
The
launch,
guy
like
we
yeah,
interviewed, Jim, was the guy that said it. Like it just
yeah.
needs a little time in the oven. Don't worry, guys.
Oh, was he? Did
I
he say
That
dude,
that?
was the
Oh,
guy.
fuck! Wow, that's
I'm
crazy.
still I still kind of feel what Space Monkey just said in chat. Like I like it feels great, but there's like that weird back in the mind feeling of just like something like it's too good right now and something's gonna go wrong. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy skins. I know they're never giving a server browser, but like I just like This is such
Uh,
a 180 turn that it just feels unnatural
I
right
think the
now, and I
crazy
don't like
skins
it.
are just going to be too tempting, like because people buy the shit out of them
I
for
don't
some
know,
reason.
man. They got a lot of backlash in 2042 for that stuff. And Battlefield 5, I feel like they got a good amount of backlash too. I really, and we've talked about it here before. That's not really what the Battlefield game, not even community. You're bringing in more people. Like, that's just not what Battlefield is. If you want that stuff, play Fortnite. You have Fortnite and COD. Call of Duty, or excuse me, Battlefield, we've said it. And I watched a good video from, I think, Isaac and Stone Mountain a couple days ago saying the same thing that I had said here on the show is like, you have so many modern options to pull from of skins of modern day special
Some
forces,
cool stuff.
factions.
Yeah.
You have it and that's it's like, okay, pull real world assets and design good looking stuff that fit the theme of the game instead of the lazy Call of Duty route
I
of
th-
yo, let's collab with Beavis and Butthead and some Teletubbies because
Yeah.
it's like
I
those
don't think
assets are
it'll
easy.
be like that crazy, but I still think like to me, and this is my opinion, even the black and red is pushing it a little bit, but you look at Battlefield 4 skins and they were kind of crazy
They
too.
had
Like
Russian, yeah, the black and red. I don't mind. That looks like that in Battlefield 4 had it too. It's like the Russian, the fall foliage, right? Whatever the camo is that
yeah,
Spetsnaz
yeah.
had. It.
I
You can
did like
make that
though, I did
argument.
like it where on the weapon skins in Battlefield 4, it was like different colors and
Oh
each of those
yeah,
colors had different camo types.
yeah, that was
and
sick.
You
I
know,
Yeah.
so you had blue and orange stuff like
Hmm.
that. I
I
don't
think
know.
it'd be cool to do like a country themed one, like do like really cool special forces or even PMC type skins from the different countries
Yes.
because you
Yeah.
have them
Modern Warfare
Yeah.
combined.
2019 did that,
Like
you
Medal of
know,
Honor, Warfighter. You like they had different
the
operator
countries.
skins for the
That's
yeah for
true.
all the countries' special forces. So you had everyone's special forces in the game, and they all had their own unique skins
Mm.
per like the different. They still had classes in that game, and they did a great job of that. So that's what you should do to distinguish yourself. I think if they make the mistake of going that Call of Duty Fortnite easy type route again instead of making themselves stand out, it would be a mistake because they have a great product here. They need to build off being back as a Battlefield game and not fold to what's easy to make money
Yeah.
because
I
you're not
mm.
separating yourself from the other products and if you go that route that's I think an issue.
They're hopefully gonna realize what we want again. It just feels weird, but I mean, I hope they realize that again. Even if the portal, especially for a server browser, the portal kind of showcases something like a server browser. I know they said they'll put stuff like on the main menu, towards the front if it's like a certain game and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But then also, like like when I heard the playtest that we're playing on right now was the same version of what the creators were playing in
In
uh
LA there.
in LA. It's like it gave me like immediate like old 2042 like, oh, it's just,
It's an old
it's
build.
old build, bro.
Remember
Like,
we talked about that and tried to justify it, and we were like explaining how dev branches branch off, and it's an old build before the branch. We
and
were
it's like
talking
and
about
now
that
but
back
dude, now knowing how it's different for indie game compared to a big giant title like
then.
this on
Hmm.
multiple platforms. But
Definitely.
like if you knew you were gonna have open beta and it's well planned ahead, you need to make sure that build is ready for that playtest.
Right.
You
Right.
know, so the fact that they just kind of just took it and then from the creator test and then just put it with us, and then next weekend we'll see some more stuff, some more content. I
Yeah, they're putting
guess
in new maps. Yep.
Also, can we talk about secure boot? I feel like we completely missed
Oh
that
yeah, that's a
whole
big deal.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because holy crap, did this not help at all whatsoever. It's bricked a couple people's PCs that I know personally as well
Nice.
too, because they're not super computer literate. They just want to press the game and press play and boom, they're good to go. So a lot
You
of
have to
people like
secure boot to play it.
you have to have secure
You have
boot
to
on,
enable
and like
secure boot
for
to play it.
my PC didn't have it on because it was, I guess it's just a little bit older, not too much, but I had to
Jesus, I better
go
check
into the
that before I
BIOS,
do that.
and they were like, hey, make sure you back up everything just in case. And I was like,
What?
screw it. And I hit it and I was fine, luckily. But like
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you have to
there's some issues, man.
I can't remember. There's like the MBR or the GUID partition for your boot drive, like the format of your
Correct.
boot drive.
Yeah, mine
It
was
ha
like legacy or something like
Yeah, it
that.
has to be the MBR or whatever,
Yeah,
like the newer one.
yeah.
So
It
there's
was
a utility
yeah,
from Windows, but it
yeah,
reformats your operating system hard drive. It has to be. It
yeah.
keeps everything, but it's like scary because it's converting it to that different format. So you have to do that, and then you have to like disable CSM and enable TPM2 or whatever, and like do it in the
Mm-hmm.
BIOS or whatever.
And
Mine
like
was
I followed a YouTube video, super simple. It was actually a lot easier than I expected. But again, I've been in my BIOS multiple times. I've built my
Yeah.
PC from scratch. So like I have enough knowledge to kind of get behind it and feel comfortable. Hi, Katie. Um
I ran into
yeah.
problems with mine actually because
Yeah.
I remember having to turn mine on to upgrade to Windows 11,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew it was on in the BIOS, but when I would try to launch Battlefield, it said it wasn't. So I would go into the BIOS and it said it was on, and I changed some settings, and it asked me if I wanted to update the factory keys, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And I was scared to do it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
You don't want to,
and
yeah.
what I found a Reddit video where it said to do it, yes. So I had to update the factory keys, then reset it. My computer
But
started kind of weird, and I
but
did
also
it
says like
again.
it says
And it worked.
clear keys too on my BIOS for my Asus motherboard. It said like reset or reset to factory or clear them completely. And I'm just like, I don't know what to press. So
Yeah, I
I
don't know
like
what these are,
did
man.
I started looking it up and stuff like that. But again, I was able to Google it and like know where to go in the settings, and every BIOS is different for every motherboard. But like for people who don't know how to do that stuff and they want to play on PC, they probably just don't. Some people don't even care. They said, screw it, I'll just wait, or I guess I'm not playing Battlefield. That was a big sentiment I saw as well too. Like, I
I'm
guess
gonna
I'm just
need
not
to
playing.
because right now I'm playing it on the PS5 because that's what I had early access to just outright, and I was doing a video. I didn't have time to do the computer stuff, so before I do it on PC, I'll have
See if
to.
it runs. Yeah,
And
Yeah, I'll have
if
to do
you
that.
are googling it, you need to find out what motherboard you have.
I'll be asking you guys
correct.
for help.
Yeah, I will say I can send you the video that helped me, and it was specifically how to do it for Battlefield 6. So
Okay.
it was a different motherboard he had, but I
But
was able to like, a lot of the settings on different motherboards are like kind of similar, so it's like, okay, like it was simple.
but then
So
it's going to be. But what's crazy is that all the problems people are having. It's coming to COD with Black Ops 7.
Yeah, I
Insider
saw
Gaming
that.
reported, so they're going to have you do
yeah,
secure
yeah,
boot as well.
but there's already videos of people hacking on the beta.
I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, what was all that for?
I mean, maybe if it makes it harder, I guess. I don't
or
know.
easier to detect, maybe. Who knows?
I don't know, man. Like I'm not super computer literate, and I'm sure I know there's people smarter than me in that regard. So like I was looking on Twitter, and I was like, someone's like, can you just break it down to me like Barney style? Like, I'm super autistic. I don't know what the heck I'm looking at. Someone just break it down. Like, why is it that companies are still having issues with hackers and cheaters in games like this, especially if you start going to kernel level anti-cheat? And there was like a wall of text, and I haven't read it yet, and I do want to read it. I want to get into it. I want to kind of understand it more a little bit, because like, it makes it tougher, but like when I saw the wall hacks and like he saw everyone on the map in front of him, like he didn't shoot anybody. So he was like, look, I can do it, haha, but it was just like, oh man, like I knew it was gonna
Yeah.
happen.
No,
I
it's
just
going to
did
happen.
the fact that we saw it this quick,
Yeah.
kind of hurts.
Yeah,
So
day one.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's just part of online FPS gaming now. So I just try to ignore it, not let it bother me, because that's what they want to do. They want to make people mad. They do it for the
Yeah.
attention and stuff.
It just makes me like, again, like, was it a recon drone, or was it a UAV in the sky
Yeah, that's
that
tough
spotted
too.
me, or was it someone that saw me through a wall, and I can't tell sometimes.
I feel like people can get away with cheating more in this. I saw it in Battlefield 5. Like sometimes I wouldn't even realize there was a cheater in the match because they were on the other side of the map. And I'd look at the scoreboard and they're like 85-0, and I'm like, oh geez. And then you'd come across them and they'd speed hack by you and delete you in the head. It's like, okay. But
Yeah, the
like in
blatant ones, like,
Battlefield,
yeah, for sure.
in Battlefield, it's tough to know, especially with the 3D spotting, because it's like I could have been spotted like through the smoke or something. And so it's really tough to know. And then like a big map where so much is happening, you might not run into that cheater that often. So I don't know. People can get away with it sometimes.
So
So
it just, I worry about it a little bit.
it could suck. It'll probably really suck in the BR, especially if a ton of people are playing it, because if you have a huge player base, that's more lucrative for the cheat makers because they have more customers.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and if it's free to play, that's going to happen. But I guess at least the multiplayer is behind a little paywall. So I didn't see it near as many cheaters in multiplayer COD. There were some, as you do in the Warzone, because it costs them to get a new account. But
Yeah, I'm curious. We'll see. Hopefully, it's better than Ricochet. That's all I want. And like
Ricochet's
at least
not real.
it's not real exactly. So anything is better
The
than
PR, it's
Ricochet,
a
to be
PR
fair.
stunt, yeah.
But we
They're
banned
like,
so many
yeah, we have an
players.
anti-cheat. Meanwhile, it's just people manually going through claims. That's all it is.
It's crazy.
Streamers are like, yeah, this dude got banned live on my stream. It's like, yeah, because someone was watching your stream.
Yeah.
Duh.
ABI still does good with that. We ran into a cheater squad and we reported them and they got banned
Yeah.
afterwards.
Good.
Another
sent us
reason why
stuff.
server browsers need to be a thing.
Yeah,
Right.
because
Literally.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Because if you have a well-moderated server browser, people ban those people, and you just
And
move
those
on.
servers get popular, and then they'll start renting more. So you'll see
Yeah.
like
I always would have to ban
NA1,
people on
NA2,
mine.
NA3, whatever the heck they keep
Yep.
going. So
I would have to ban people on mine all the time for like bullshit, breaking rules.
yeah, because you as a moderator, you can sit there and watch them and be like, okay,
Yeah.
let me see if you're actually hacking. So
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you are interested in this kind of topic, we did interview AnyBrain anti-cheat developer that uses AI to detect cheaters, and that's a older episode. You can search in the feed
yeah,
and find
they
that
coming
one.
to Battlefield.
It's a cool episode. Hope they have something monitoring stats. I would sure think so.
All right. I would like to know. I would like them to put something out personally.
It would be cool to
post
know what's
something.
up a little bit.
Yeah.
But then they're always like, we don't want to tell because we don't want cheaters to know what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, at least just say like it like here's what we're doing, and some people will ban maybe at least, or I don't know. It's tough.
So I guess that's a show.
Yeah, I know we could definitely keep going on for
Sorry,
sure.
dude,
I
it's
want
still
I
cool,
want
man.
Buff to get more games in though. I want him to see.
That I gotta get more
about it
games,
for
and
sure.
the cats are starting to harass me because they want more food. So
That'll happen.
Food.
That'll
Oh my
happen.
gosh, the body flying at the end.
Yeah, there's some wild clips. I had some crazy
Dude, I love
ragdolls,
that.
man. If somebody's
ragdolls are
crouched
so
and you
funny.
kill them, a lot of times they'd go flying. Like,
Just spring up, boing.
Yeah.
Or like I've noticed where someone's dead on the ground, their body just keeps rotating in
Dude, I
like
was
the
actually
down dead animation state.
I was actually
So.
frying in this, man. I got like 10 kills here. And then of course I show it
Nice.
when I'm dead. So that's good. But anyway,
Fire.
guys, I think that's a show. You guys, thank you guys for being here. If you want to support the program, please share this video around, hit the like button, all that good fun stuff. There's lots of free ways you can help out. One of the bigger ones also on the audio side of things is you can leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. That helps a ton. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone's having a good time with the Battlefield stuff. If you're not in yet and you're getting in over the weekend, I hope you guys have a good time. We will meet back here next week and talk about everything going on. We'll probably talk about the fallout of last weekend. I hope we also have a segment next week where we'll talk about what's coming to the beta in weekend 2. We'll be timed well in the week to talk about that. Hopefully they drop kind of a devlog to tell us what they saw, what they're tweaking, and what they're changing ahead of the next weekend of beta. We'll cover all that stuff on the next week's show. It'll be a good time. We'd love to have you. Anything else that pops up FPS wise, we'll be here. I hope you guys will be too. And we'll see you then. Thanks, everybody.
Later,
Peace.
guys.